Slow West, which is the feature debut from Beta Band founder member John McClane, who's made a couple of shorts before with Michael Fassbender, one of which I think won a BAFTA. So set in 19th century Colorado, although shot in 21st century New Zealand, and described by its writer-director as a European road movie with fairy tale inflections. That is, according to him, mostly about young love. So the story is Cody Smit-McPhee, who you'll remember from The Road, which I know hit you very hard.
Yes, that was a cheery number.
He's a 16-year-old.
He was good though, isn't he?
He's very, very good. He's a 16-year-old Scot who is going to trek across America in search of his lost love, Rose. He teams up very early on, pretty much by accident, with Michael Fassbender, who is a guide and hardened casual killer who basically says that he will help him find Rose for money, but he has his own mercenary reasons for doing so. And the two form a strange kind of odd couple link. One, the wide-eyed innocent, the other, the increasingly paternal but consistently world-weary grouch.
I know why you need my help.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. You're lonely. You're a lonely man.
Sure, kid.
Sure, kid. Let's drift. A silent, lonely drifter. You're a lonely, lonely man.
No need to concern over me. Hold still.
All I'm saying is, there's more to life than just surviving.
Yeah, there's dying. Survival ain't just how to skin a jackrabbit. It's knowing when to bluster and when to hush. When to take a beating and when to strike.
I thought it was actually a very fine piece of work. The thing I liked about it is, on the one hand, it is a film in which there is death, which is random and shocking, and these outbursts of violence, and the whole thing is quite tense. And we have characters like Ben Mendelsohn, who always seem to be on the brink of psychotic violence. On the other hand, the film has this kind of terrific innocence and gallows humour that runs all the way through it. And it's also a film which is balanced on the precipice between the Western genre and the musical genre. There is very good and interesting use of music throughout the film, and sometimes music actually in the film. At one point, our travellers come across three Congolese singers singing a song which then prompts a discussion about love and death being universal. Elsewhere, they stumble across a campfire where somebody is picking a banjo and singing about thunder and the devil, which reminded me of that Fair and Tender Lady sequence from Winter's Bone. I think the performances are universally terrific. It's great to see a first-time feature director getting such good performances out of his cast. The locations work surprisingly well, and the framing is 166 on an old-fashioned 166, which kind of...
What does that mean, 166? I don't know.
166 to 6, so it's not quite... It's a smaller than widescreen. It's like an oblong screen.
Right.
Okay, so 1.66 across to one like that. Okay, I need to move on.
6.
And what that does is it concentrates our attention on the faces rather than the landscape. There is as you need in a Western, there is a sort of fairly spectacular and climactic shootout, but even that is shot through with comedy and melancholy. So what it does is it balances these elements. On the one hand, this kind of innocence and sadness and sweetness and story of unrequited love. On the other hand, the kind of the mythical elements of the Old West, including, random violence. And yet the film is very specific about the tragedy that is involved with all that. And it has this sort of lyrical... I know the director has referred to it as being European inflected. I think it reminded me to some extent of Jim Jarmusch's Dead Man. Also, it reminded me of Griff Rhys's American Interior. I thought it was a very interesting film. I hope people will go and see it because I thought it was a terrific piece of work.